Hello and welcome to Voices by Taye Arimoro. Today's episode is titled, My Husband's Kidney is Mine. This is a story about love, sacrifice, and the kind of choices we make for the people we care about, even when the cost is more than we ever imagined. Sometimes what we give in love can come back to change everything. As always, I need you to sit back, relax, learn, unlearn, relearn, but most importantly, enjoy. When my husband's family found out that my kidney and his were a match, they begged me to donate for him.
You see, time is going. You see, as it is, please, I'm begging you, my child. And think about your family. Think about these children. My dear child.
My husband and I had been married for 8 years. It was so sad to always see him in pain. I needed to consider him, and I needed to consider our 2 children. They were still so young and needed their dad with us. My own family begged me not to do it. They kept telling me that my husband's family was wealthy. With their money and connections, they could easily find another donor.
Lolade, why does it have to be you?
Mommy. Papa or mommy, I'm sorry. And I love him.
If Abi, what's my own self? If you like, go and kill yourself for that boy. That is your business. Tosin, I'm ready to go. Muchwe malo. Jojo. Masho, I wish your father were alive to see this.
Sister May, please don't do it. I'd understand if it was someone that rates you. But you know your husband. You know him. He will never do the same for you.
But I wanted my husband to get better as soon as possible.
Doctor, it's fine. I'll do it.
Nurse, prep Mr. Emeka and his wife for the transplant surgery.
Okay, doctor.
We eventually went through the surgery and the transplant was successful. My husband was all shades of grateful to me. He promised to stand by me all the days of his life.
My love, thank you. Thank you so much. I do not deserve this kind of love from you. I promise you, I will stand by you as long as I live.
He also made many other promises I can't remember now. Anyway, both of us recuperated well, and we were fine in a few months. The following 6 months were the happiest of my life. My husband will buy me gifts whenever he was coming back home from work. He treated me like a queen. Those 6 months were the happiest time of my life. He took the kids and me on vacations. He spent money on us without hesitation. Sometimes I would just sit quietly in my own room and think to myself, I'm so glad I did this for him. I genuinely believed our love had become stronger. But then I fell sick. My husband was at work when I fainted at home. Luckily, my younger sister was visiting that day. She rushed me to the hospital. My sister called my husband several times, but he didn't answer. When he finally picked up and heard that I had collapsed, he said,
I really want to be there for you, baby, but I'm busy right now.
He never came to the hospital that day. At first, I tried not to think too much about it. Maybe he really was busy. But then my younger sister looked at me and said something that stayed in my mind.
You see, You see how he's treating you? After you gave him your kidney.
When I got home from the hospital, my husband was already there, relaxing on the couch, watching football. I didn't want to say anything at first, but it was really bugging at my heart. So I eventually asked him why he didn't come to see me. He gave some flimsy excuses.
What the heck? I said I was busy at work and I couldn't leave. What else do you want me to say? What do you want me to do? Look, I beg, I'm tired. I beg.
Emeka, I don't understand. Why are you getting angry? We're just having a conversation. Emeka, I'm talking to you.
Got irritated and walked out of the house. That was the moment something inside me shifted. I started paying attention to the way he treated me. Unfortunately, from that day on, I began feeling weaker, slow, tired, fragile. That's when his behavior changed completely. He started staying out late. Some nights, he wouldn't even come home at all. He snapped at me over everything, even the smallest things. The man who once called me his lifesaver now treated me like I was a burden. One day, he came home with his entire family and a woman I had never seen before. I welcomed them politely. My father-in-law was the first to speak. He said,
Our wife.
Clearing his throat.
We heard that you are very weak now. Your husband has complained that you cannot no longer perform your duties as a wife at night.
My heart dropped. Then he continued.
So, we decided to ease your burden by finding him a co-wife.
Then my mother-in-law nodded in agreement.
Mom. Lolade, you will rest. You need it. And she will take care of him. She will cook for him. Satisfy his needs at night. Opwe water. You need to recover well. That's just what I want for you.
They said it so casually, as if they were doing me a favor. I felt the pain spread through my chest, but I didn't react. I simply stood up and walked quietly to the bedroom. A few minutes later, the woman walks into our room with my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law pointed around the room and said calmly,
This is where Guinea Miwam Gano. This is where both of you and your husband will stay. If you go to bed, you see this bed? It is well prepared and arranged. It can withstand anything, whatever it is you want to do, you know?
Then the woman turned to me with a smile.
Sis, I know how you must be feeling. I understand it. I'm not here to take you home. This is our home now. This is our husband. But if you're not comfortable with it, it's okay. You can go to the guest house.
That was the moment I understood everything. Well, to cut the long story short, my husband is alive today because of me. But lately, I have been adding certain substances to his food. Substances that could slowly destroy a transplanted kidney. Yes, I gave him life and now I want it back. If his new wife loves him so much, she can donate her own kidney when the time comes. Before I leave, I will make sure that man never uses his manhood again. Does that make me a bad person? Well, I really don't care. A reminder that love, sacrifice, and pain are sometimes more connected than we think. Loving someone who doesn't reciprocate the same energy can awaken levels of resentment and even hatred within us. Emotions we didn't even know we were capable of. Does that make it right? Well, I'll leave that for you to decide. This episode was brought to life by some truly amazing creatives who chose to collaborate with me on this. First, we have Motunde Shogunle as Lolade. Then we have Obehi Aburime as Emeka, Claire Eze Akacha as mother-in-law, Emeka Okoye as father-in-law, Miriam Bello, who's doing this for the very first time, as Lolade's sister, Auntie Tubosun Ayedehin as Lolade's mother, Taye Arimoro as the doctor, Motunde Shogunle as the nurse, and Ugboja Mary Ibene, who's also doing this for the very, very first time as the other woman. Finally, we have Edward P., our ever amazing editor. To every single one of my collaborators, I say thank you. You all truly have my heart. To my beautiful listeners, until next time, keep your heart open enough to learn, strong enough to unlearn, and wise enough to relearn. Bye.